the beginning of January. But as a practice and a rule of thumb, we also have this introduction session so that we can introduce ourselves and we can tell you what our program will be like. Now the name of the subject is CL2 Financial Reporting and Governance. And let me introduce myself also before everything else. My name is Chandana Jagath and this is my 24th year of lecturing for this financial reporting subject. Over 24 years time, I have produced 23 prize winners only in this subject, in chartered accountancy. Only in financial reporting subject I have produced 23 prize winners. Almost every year I have produced a prize winner. And I have been lecturing at couple of places for couple of exams for multiple subjects. I have lectured for chartered accountancy, I have lectured for CMA, I have lectured for ACCA, I have lectured for ICAW, I am still lecturing for ICAW, I have lectured for ACCA in India, then Philippines, in Sri Lanka, and so on and so forth. And without just blowing my own trumpet too much, let me come to our discussion. Financial reporting and governance, CL2. So this subject will be of two types. There will be financial reporting part and there will be non-financial reporting part. So this governance is basically for non-financial reporting part. So traditionally we have been doing only financial reporting, but things are evolving in the world. Now we report not only on financial matters, also we report on non-financial matters. Now let's have a quick look at the syllabus content, and this is at a rough guess, and this is not the detailed syllabus, this is the summarized and the concise syllabus that we need to cover over 6 months period. So we need to complete regulatory framework for financial reporting. Under regulatory framework for financial reporting, you will get different topics. I will just tell you what the topics are. You need to learn corporate governance under this topic. You need to learn listing rules under this topic. You need to learn Accounting and Auditing Standard Act number 15, 1995, and you need to learn certain areas of the Companies Act number 7, 2007 under this area. And trust me, hand on my heart, most of the MCQ questions will be set from regulatory framework, so you need to go through that. It's important, very important from the examiner's perspective, and that is not a harder area also. It's not a harder area. Very simple to understand, very basic. Now this is almost like your commerce A level. You can just by heart, and we will discuss past paper questions. So when we do past paper questions, you will be able to understand, you will be able to realize for yourself how simple this area is. So you get 10 marks from this area. So 10 marks is not that, a small. 10 marks will be a sizable amount of marks at the exam. So you need to watch the videos regularly and need to be thorough in this area because it's important from the examiner's perspective. The biggest area in the syllabus is accounting standards. Now it says SLFRSs, LKSs, IFRIC, SIC. So I will not explain the differences, these SLFRSs, LKSs right now, and you can learn it when you start watching the videos. Now this is the bread and butter in the syllabus, and this is the most critical part, and this is the, I would say, the hardest part in the syllabus. And this is what you need to allocate the time the most. Why this is 50% of your syllabus, and 50% of the marks of the paper will be allocated for accounting standards. Then preparation of financial statements, even though the syllabus does not say what financial statements these are, so it's very clear you need to learn consolidated financial statements. Now I will tell you how we need to prepare for the exam, and then I will tell you how we need to study this financial statement part. I mean, that is the core of the subject. Anyone who has to pass CL2 has to be mastery of financial statements, that is consolidated financial statements. And in our videos, we at least work about 50 questions of consolidation, and it does not mean that you need to work out all the 50 questions while watching the videos, no. And if you feel that doing 10 questions will be enough, you can just work out 10 questions and go for the exam. If you feel that 10 is not enough, and I have done console many years ago, I did console long before, I have forgotten everything, or the consolidations I did that time are not the consolidations we have to learn now. So because the accounting standards keep changing, so the consolidations also need to keep changing as the accounting standards keep changing. So now we are aiming the weakest student in the class, so that is why with this detailed explanations we do at least 50 questions of console in the videos. So you can decide how many questions will work best for you, so then you can just skip the others. Okay. Now say for an example, I will take one adjustment and explain that, and then we'll go for one question. So you can have a different practice. You will watch the videos of theory of couple of adjustments. It can be goodwill calculations, it can be non-controlling interest measurement. So you can watch the theory of couple of adjustments, and then you can go for one question. So that depends on your requirement, that depends on your competencies. I am aiming the weaker student, but you can customize it, you can adjust yourself based on your requirement and based on your competency. So just because I do 50 questions in the videos, it does not mean that you need to watch all the 50. That depends on your capacity. So that's very important to understand. So 20% has to be scored. You can take 20 out of 20. Just imagine one student doing all the 50 questions of console and going for the exam. So the console questions will be very easy because the practice matters a lot. Practice matters a lot. Practice matters a lot. So that is where I recommend that all the students in our class to start it with at the exam. I want I want all the students in my class to start it with the console question at the exam. Why? Because I have heard enough in English that you never get the second chance to make the first impression. So always you must start the questions that you think you are the best at. Okay, you need to always start the paper with the question given from the area that you think you are the best at. So if it is console, I always recommend you to start the paper with console question at the exam. Then financial statements analysis and non-financial reporting. Financial statement analysis, basically it is accounting ratios. So how many marks allocated? Syllabus weightage is 10%, and you also get a question of 10 marks question always out of financial statement analysis, financial reporting and governance and ethics. Now governance part is included in regulatory framework basically. So this part is ethics. Now let's look at the key topics. For you to pass the exam, for you to pass the exam CL2, okay, you need to do the console question to get 20 marks out of 20. I am pretty sure the way we explain that in the class and the way we do it in the class, in the videos, I am pretty sure that you can get 20 out of 20. So don't let the examiner to snatch away at least 1 mark from the console question. So you need to jump and grab the whole thing. So please do as many questions as possible in console and to be mastery. What I am saying is, now for you to get 50 marks of CL2 paper, you need not to know the entire syllabus. Okay. How stupid of anyone to say that you need to know the entire 100% syllabus to pass CL2. Please trust me, hand on my heart, you need not to know the entire syllabus to pass CL2, but you must know consolidation ins and outs. Why? Don't let the examiner to snatch away at least 1 mark from the console question. So for the God's sake, practice as many questions as possible from console, get 20 out of 20. So by the time you go for the exam, you carry 20 marks to the exam hall, and that is the console question. Then, if you look at the current curriculum starting from 2020, even if you look at the previous curriculum starting from 2015, if you take 10 years at a stretch, every time in CL2 paper there has been a question from console. So it is as clear as crystal that you will get a console questions even your exam. So even spending time to work 50 questions of console is not a waste of time, why 20 marks will be absolutely important at the exam. At the exam, when you start the paper, you need to start it with the console question, and the console question will be question number 6 always in the paper. Okay. And you need to know that there's a definite question from console, so that is why you need to be mastery of console. Then there's another definite question from ethics. That is the easiest in the syllabus. And above all, since your exam is an open book exam, you can take that ethics books to the exam hall. You need not to by heart anything. Just watch the videos, do couple of past paper questions and see what these questions are looking like. And in most of the cases, you can copy most of the answers from the ethics books to the answer script. So be ready for the ethics part. There's a definite question from ethics starting from 2020 December. Under the existing curriculum, the very first exam was held in 2020 December. And starting from the very first exam under the existing curriculum, right up to the previous exam, examiner has been always testing a question from ethics, so that each questions of ethics carries 10 marks. You can get 20 marks out of 20 from console question, you can get 10 out of 10 from ethics. So by the time you walk into the exam hall in June, you carry how many marks? You carry 30 marks altogether by now. Then financial statements analysis, accounting ratios. Once again 10 marks. Once again 10 marks. Starting from 2020 December right up to the last exam, the examiner has never forgotten to include a question from accounting ratios, financial statements analysis. financial statements analysis has been a bit of a broader concept, but it's mainly accounting ratios. So what are the key areas, definite areas that you cannot ever miss out? Console you cannot miss out. Ethics you cannot miss out. Financial statements analysis you cannot miss out. You get 20 marks from console, you get 10 marks from ethics, and you get 10 marks from financial statements analysis. So there itself you get 40 marks. Now remember, to get 40 marks you need not to go through the entire syllabus, you need not to watch each and every single video. To get 40 marks you need to watch the videos of only 3 topics. Then there's another definite question, SLFRS from SME, SLFRS for SME. You get 10 mark question. Now 4 areas, 50 marks. What are the 4 areas? Console 20 marks, ethics 10 marks, financial statements analysis 10 marks, SLFRS for SME 10 marks, altogether 50. Altogether 50 marks. Okay. But don't take a risk to the exam hall. I recommend that you need not to repeat this paper over and over again. So we'll finish it off in this coming June 2025 exam. You can do it. We are there to help you out. Now, apart from those 4 areas of financial reporting topics, and these are the other main areas. We will upload the paper analysis so that you can see for yourself what areas the examiner seems to be a fan of. And you need to know financial instruments. To cover financial instruments, there are 3 accounting standards, that is LKS 32, SLFRS 9, SLFRS 7. And almost every exam you can expect a question from SLFRS 15, that is revenue from contracts with customers. Almost every exam, so every other exam there has been a question from leases. Then LKS 12 taxation, LKS 16 property plant and equipment, LKS 19 employee benefits, LKS 23 borrowing cost, LKS 24 related party disclosures, LKS 33 earnings per share, LKS 36 impairment, LKS 37 provisions, contingent assets and contingent liabilities, LKS 14 investment property, SLFRS 13 fair value measurement. So those are the key accounting standards from which the examiner has been setting questions from almost every exam, or at least every other exam. So sometimes, certain people try to spread myths stating that you need to learn the entire syllabus to pass CL2. No. Unless someone is trying to top in the passing list of being the prize winner, you need not to watch all the videos. But I recommend, so no point of being a chartered accountant without knowing the entire syllabus. You better watch all the videos depending on your time availability, but that is not the ultimate requirement to pass the exam. I hope you got my point clearly. Now, some of the I should not say this, but you should know it. Some of the competitors who were our previous students, they came to our classes and passed the subjects, are spreading some myths, saying that videos are too long. If you take my videos, the length of videos, and the videos of someone else, the same period, no difference at all. But in my videos you get the comprehensive coverage of the subject, comprehensive coverage of accounting standards. The people who comment about us do not have that coverage, so why do we spend the same length of time just to get the half the stuff when you get the full stuff for the same period from infinity? So therefore, I mean, what I'm saying is, sometimes your questions are set from the core of the accounting standard, core from the bottom of the accounting standard. So without you knowing the subject properly, you cannot answer. Say for an example, sometimes the examiner has set some questions from financial instruments which are so complicated, and without you knowing the subject properly from, without you knowing the subject ins and outs, I don't think anyone can answer the questions of financial instruments, sometimes even SLFR is 50. So just to market certain inferior product of certain people, they try to socialize certain myths, and then the students will get into problems. So we do it not just to gain training. So this is my 24th year of teaching. Even the people who negatively comment about us are the people who go through after attending our classes, and that is the most surprising part of it. So now, wherever you go for online, it can be Infinite, it can be elsewhere, my humble request, you need to discipline yourself to allocate enough time to watch the videos. And that is the biggest disaster. You bite and keep thinking that, okay, I will start it from tomorrow, I will start it from next week. You keep as a habit postponing and procrastinating, and that never happens. So let me put my hands together and make a humble request. You need to start your work regularly from day one. We have enough time. Please watch the videos. Don't wait until the last moment. And there can be 150 hours of videos, maybe 200 hours of videos. I'm not pretty sure the entire number of videos. At least it has to be more. Has to be at least 150 hours of video. If you start watching the videos 2 weeks ahead of the exam, you will never be able to do that. So no matter how busy you are, you must be working anywhere, you must be working somewhere, but you need to discipline enough to allocate enough time, at least 2-3 hours every day, to watch the videos and to have a small short note and be ready for the exam without waiting for the last moment. If you have a habit of keeping postponing, please, this is not the best solution. This is not the best solution. So now, every weekend, videos will be uploaded. And if you have any technical matter, you can speak to technical people. They will then and there attend to the matters and will sort it out. Or if you fail to reach to technical people of Infinity, you can even call me and get the assistance. We are there to help you out, because this is your class. We value, we appreciate you being our student, and we want all of you all to pass the exam, not just to glorify our career, but that is our ultimate aim. We want to see our students succeeding in the exam. So therefore, just few months ahead of the exam, we will start discussing past papers, and some past papers you will get in form of recorded videos, but we will do some live sessions to discuss certain past papers. You can take part live, or if you do not have enough time, you can watch the videos, but we will give you a guarantee that 100% of the syllabus will be completed, and we will start discussing the past paper starting from at least 2020 December until the very last paper. Until the very last paper. So now that is all about it, and every weekend you will get a video, and we will make sure, we will guarantee that all the videos will be uploaded at least 1 month ahead of the exam, so you need not to worry. You need not to worry. Okay, and I'm repeating that request. I'm repeating that request. What is the request? If you can't discipline yourself at least to allocate 2 hours every day to watch your videos, please, online mode doesn't work the best for you. Okay, so you are matured enough to get it nice, get it right. You need to discipline yourself to allocate maybe in the morning, maybe in the evening. And if you have any technical issues, I mean in the subject, you can call me, you can put a text in the Telegram group, and then and there we will be there to help you out. Until the date of the exam, we will be helping you out. Right, and before we wind up, if you have anything to know, please let me know, so with that clarify that before you can we will wind it up. Is there anything that you want me to clarify further? Is there anything that you want me to clarify? Okay, so by now we have started uploading videos. I think the first video would have gone. Please watch them. We always try to maintain the highest possible standard everywhere, in the tudes, in the videos, in the clarity, in the syllabus coverage. And the people who do the job half will comment negatively, but we are always looking forward to give you the highest and the best product ever. We have been doing that over 23 years, and we are doing it even in the current year. So we appreciate again you being our students, and we'll try to help you out the way we can. Please reach out to these numbers if you want any clarification, so you can contact me if you want for any matter, even your official matters, we will sort you out. Speak to us, get the maximum benefit out of this. And thanks for joining the live sessions. Wish all the very best for the coming exam, and we are there to help you out. Okay, all the very best, and thanks for joining today's live sessions, and hope to see you soon with the past paper discussions after a couple of videos.